Good morning. Another installment of the Drive-By Chaplain as I'm on my way to work this morning. Just been really thinking about a man in my childhood, teenage years especially, that just really meant a lot to me. And even though when we were completely different ends of the spectrum, I was a teenager who really could have cared less about the Lord. I was active in church, but it was more because of the girls and the music. I liked music than it was Jesus, that's for sure. And then there was Mr. Sphinx. Mr. Sphinx, for those who went to church with me when I was a kid, man, you remember Mr. Sphinx. Mr. Sphinx was a man in his 90s, which is old by my account today. The 90s to a teenager is ancient. And I remember he used to sing in church. And apparently he had a life of doing revivals all over the country and singing and all of that. And even at 90, he still had a beautiful voice. And but I always remember him singing the same song every time he sang. Now, I'm sure he sang other songs, but the only ones I ever remember was this particular song. Even to the point that when he would get up there, where I'd see his name in the bulletin, that Mr. Sphinx was going to sing, I said, oh brother, here we go, the same song. This guy needs a new song. I used to say things like that, but I always remembered the song. And even more than remembering the song, I remember that he radiated the love of Jesus. I mean, anybody that came in contact with Mr. Sphinx knew that that was a man that loved Jesus. And I strive to be that man today. A man that when people come in contact with me, they know that I love Jesus. And so I'm going to do something a little different today, and I don't know how it's going to translate in the car with the speaker and all that stuff, but I want to sing that song that Mr. Sphinx used to sing, because it's a song I sing to a number of my patients when given the opportunity. It's a song that has provided hope to me on many occasions when I have been down in the dumps about something going on in my life. And perhaps you today will be blessed by it as well. Why should I be discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home, when Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Later, after I gave my life to Jesus, I had an opportunity to go back and serve that church as an associate pastor / youth director. And I was called to Mr. Sphinx's bedside, and he had not been able to communicate for a few weeks. He was dying, and his death was imminent. And I don't remember the context for how I was called to his bedside. I just remember that I was asked to come, and I was still a kid. I don't remember exactly how old I was, 22 or so. And I remember This was the first time that I had ever been in the presence of somebody that I can recall that was dying. And I got to sing this song for Mr. Sphinx with his wife Clara at bedside. And again, he had not been responsive for a couple weeks, but when I got done singing that song, he held on to my hand really tight, showing me that he was still there and he still appreciated the love that is conveyed in that song. So for you today, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what your day holds. But remember the words to the song. The Bible says that consider the lilies of the field. He cares for them. He also cares and takes care of the needs of the sparrows. How much more will he take care of you? I hope you have a blessed day.